Hi guys, it's Maureen. So here is a sausage stew recipe that I made the other day. I'm also celebrating 30k followers on my TikTok. If you haven't followed me, make sure you rush and go follow me there. Anyway, these were the ingredients that we need, all you need, and these are the spices that I'm going to be using. So let's get right into it. First of all, I started with frying my sausage. I'm using Go Fresh sausage, that's why I'm adding some oil, but most of the times when it's good sausage, I don't add any oil. Anyway, I added some greens in my pot, and I also blended my tomato and my green onions. I'll be using that later. Yeah, so this was me just turning the sausage, a bit multitasking. Yeah, so I just wanted everything to cook at the same time. Anyway, I started with adding raja, and then I added steak and chops. I love this steak and chop spice. You can get this from Sana. It's like really good. Anyway, this was me making some space for my tomatoes. Remember, I blended the tomatoes with my green onion, and then I added some salt. You just make sure the salt gets into the tomato, and then I was just trying to put the vegetables on top so they don't burn, and covered it up for the tomatoes to cook. And after some time, this is what you're gonna get. You can see that the tomatoes are cooking, everything is coming up together. And then I added my beef cube. I showed this in the beginning, so you can go back and screenshot that. Yeah, so this will give like a really nice flavor to the dish. Yeah, so still cover that up, and then I went in to cut my sausages. So you can cut them whatever size that you want, and you don't have to use a scissors. You can use a knife. Yeah, so I cut them up, and then when the tomatoes were cooked, you should see that the tomatoes are cooked, you add in your sausage. Yeah, so it was looking like this. Very delicious, I think. Yeah, now it was time to add in my roiko, so I'm going to dilute this with water and then add it. For other people that don't like a lot of juice, or maybe you don't have kids, you don't have to add the water I'm adding, but I wanted to have more soup because I have kids, and we're also going to have this with rice. So yeah, I then added my green pepper. At this point the dish is almost done, so this is just to like spice up everything. Yeah, and just finish it nicely. That was green pepper and parsley, and voila, the dish is